Jungkook's closed eyes feel like a try of running away from this bitter truth. A shallow try for declining reality. As if closing those eyes will prevent that haunting feeling inside him. As if he is trying to make the reality a nightmare. Only now his life is on the right track. But everything had to shatter at this moment when they were planting thousands of stars in their sky. Look at me, doll. The steady voice brought him back from the trying. He glanced at the male who was smiling at him. His eyes filled with tears looking at the face. He was so drowned to witness the mess beside him. Tisk, tisk, such a disgusting scene. You are sitting one step behind death, but look how you are romancing. Both Taekook looked at the side and found a beautiful woman beside her, a man's lower region. Stop talking bullsh, and help us to come out. Taehyung glared at the male's direction. Make sure my doll is all okay. Ask for help, Kim. I am not your slave. The man retorted with equal fury in his voice. Being my slave, you need more quality for that. Taehyung answers and winches a little. He didn't get hurt much, just shattered glass stabbed in his back. That too is not that serious. First let us go outside. Then let me check you properly. And then this stupid fight can continue. Jungkook glared at Taehyung while speaking every word. Taehyung kept looking at him as if time stopped. The world is in hold. He just lean enough to capture those rose petals in his lips. Seriously guys, this isn't time for romance. Come out from the car. Thank God we were returning on this same route. The woman beside the man said with her sweet voice while Taehyung backed away and kicked the car door. He came out holding Jungkook in his embrace. Wow, nice car. Still didn't catch fire. I am surprised. The man said with displeasure that he earned a glare from Taehyung. But that did nothing to him. The world might fear the Kim Taehyung, but he doesn't. He is the biggest competition to Taehyung. Both are the same in their own field. Don't force me to open my mouth. If I do, then my sister-in-law will be a widow by her own hand. Taehyung threatens the man who seems quite down now. Wait, what did he do? Bogum, are you cheating on me? She asked with a stern voice while Bogum widened his eyes. This man is too whipped to even look at other girls. I swear darling, I never ever look at someone. You are my only one. Trust me princess. You know how much I love you. Yunbi baby, trust me. I should have trusted you, but Taehyung won't say things out of the blue. What's the matter? He used to threaten every boy who had a crush on you. I didn't know until one of them told me as he used to take my name. Eventually that day the guy who came asking for your hand broke his hand. I know because I kidnapped him. Taehyung said so naturally like he is talking about nature. Yunbi looked at Bogum who forced a smile at her. She can't believe her always innocent looking fiancé is actually kinda obsessed with her. You should tell me beforehand. I would love to join this game. She said with a smile while Jungkook just sighs in annoyance. I am done watching this drama. You guys keep going, but first drop me at Kim Mansion Gate. Jungkook said with annoyance while Taehyung glared at Bogum. But anyway they came back to the main city with a lot of fighting and finally reached Kim Mansion. Jungkook ran towards the mansion like crazy. He has to see his Taekook right now. His baby might be crying by now. He walked inside the living room witnessing his baby playing in the nanny's arms. That nanny was making faces looking at Taekook who was smiling crazily. That toothless smile is the most precious thing he has ever witnessed. He takes his little munchkin in his hand while cradling softly. My baby bun. Did he cry so much? He sniffed the babyish scents from his little one while bopping his nose making the little munchkin smile more widely. No, the young master didn't cry at all. Just whine a little for your milk before sleeping. I guess he is getting in the habit of sleeping and drinking your milk. Thanks a lot for taking care of him. Jungkook said and headed towards their bedroom followed by Taehyung. He feeds his baby while Taehyung comes outside wrapping a towel in his lower part. Jungkook laid the sleeping munchkin in the bed and walked towards Taehyung whose back was bruised. Let me apply antiseptic on them. Jungkook's voice filled with pain. Taehyung turned hurriedly and hugged Jungkook knowing Jungkook is in a great dilemma. He shuts his eyes. Yeah, like that's gonna erase the mess. Bitter truth still crawls under his skin. Many what if fogged his mind. What if they couldn't survive the accident? What if someone's from the past peeking to ruin their perfect life? Asterisk. His mind was a whirlwind of thoughts. Some were okay while some were cruel. Cruel enough to slit his throat without any kind of sharp objects. Taehyung turned, feeling the sudden stillness in his back. He looked at those eyes which were staring at nothing. Look at me, doll. Taehyung's calm voice drags him back. Jungkook peeks. Taehyung is smiling at him. Tears sting Jungkook's eyes anyway. He sobbed pathetically, hugging Taehyung as tightly as he could. I was so scared when that accident happened. For a split moment I thought I lost you. I thought I lost my life and I will never be with you and Taekook. It's hurting me, the same way it did that day. He tightened the hug more. A little sob left from his mouth and Taehyung cupped his face gently. Nothing happened, doll. Look at me. I am all fine. Look there, our little one is all fine. You are tense for nothing, he said, caressing Jungkook's back. That moment was exactly like a passing moment of pregnancy. So soothing, so tender and so beautiful. Flashbacks. Mood swings. Jungkook turned into a walking threat. 1 second cuddly, next second hurling a slipper at Taehyung for breathing too loud. He cried over ice cream. Then he cried harder because Taehyung brought the wrong brand. Then sulked for 3 hours under a blanket. He would wake up at 3 to ask for different food and a little bit late the whole house had to wake up because of Jungkook screaming. Along with accusations of, you don't care for me enough now. You don't love me enough and all that changed reflecting your flaws in this relationship. In us. But Taehyung took every bit. Even let Jungkook kick him out of their bedroom at 2 a.m. because, your breathing annoys me. Like an usual day at soon-to-be Mafia King's household tilde. Jungkook stared at himself in the mirror like he didn't recognize the person looking back. Swollen belly, aching back, sore nipples, stretch marks all over his stomach, twitch. All the things make him pout sadly. Taehyung walked inside and witnessed this scene. Jungkook looked so beautiful, so enchantingly mesmerizing without a hint of fabric and carrying their little bun. Jungkook witnessed Taehyung from the door and pulled the robe shielding his body completely. His gaze lowered and it's not for shyness. It's clearly embarrassing. You should knock on the door. Jungkook said timidly. That voice didn't quite belong to Jungkook. More than that, his insecurities speak loud. Taehyung wraps his arms around Jungkook's body after removing the bathrobe. Why? I never knock on the door. I didn't knock when you were brought here first. Taehyung looked at Jungkook holding his chin just to keep the eye contact intact. Doll, you are breathtakingly beautiful. People often say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder and this beholder can't find anything or any 1 ounce of good looking after meeting you. But I am looking ugly now. I always eat something like I am just filling a drum. Jungkook pouted and Taehyung witnessed this. He can swear to his soul this scene is the best thing he witnessed in a day. You aren't ugly. You are the most beautiful person this earth can ever have. If anyone needs a definition of beauty they should see you. But alas the next moment they would lose their life. This ethereal beauty deserves to be with me only. Only I can see this marvelous creation. He pecked Jungkook's shoulder blade and pulled out a shirt of his own. Jungkook wore it without any tantrums today and sat on the bed to let his boyfriend take care of his night routine. Jungkook is writhing in pain. Taehyung sits beside and keeps caressing his forehead, pecking occasionally. But the bone-crashing pain didn't take the name of soothing. He is feeling more pain. More discomfort by each passing second. You can do this, baby. Hold yourself, the doctor will give you another sedative. This pain will go away. That's why I don't like this little one. Don't give pain to my doll. Taehyung couldn't witness the whole red face due to excessive pain. His little doll is suffering and this is stabbing his heart more than any sharp objects ever could. That pain wasn't just emotional. It was physical. Mr. Kim, please calm down. This is normal after delivery. Actually after C-section the effect of anesthesia reduces the pain intensity. He has a bit of a bite. The doctor said with his professional voice although his hands were shaking the whole time. Taehyung can surely kill him for saying his beloved in pain is something normal. But the truth is, it is normal. You are barking a lot. I told you to let him get rid of this pain. If not, be ready to face me. Taehyung warned the doctor who gulped his saliva. By now Taehyung didn't even look at his son who was sleeping in the crib. It's not like he didn't want to look at the little man whom his doll carried inside his womb. It's just Jungkook is in pain and he couldn't hold his child. The nurse came hurriedly and gave Jungkook the prescribed sedative. After the pain subsided he fell asleep soundly. And Taehyung finally comes to the crib and looks at the sleeping figure. By now the doctor hadn't left the cabin. He is scared by Taehyung's wrath. Why is he sleeping, doctor? Taehyung asked, glaring at the doctor who gulped for the 9th time. Mr. Kim he will just drink milk and sleep. Other than that he won't do anything. Taehyung nodded his head while listening to the doctor. He was admiring his son and boyfriend who were sleeping peacefully. They decided if they have a son they will name him Taekook and if they have a daughter then it will be Junggi. Taekook's features are not that much unknown to Taehyung. He is an exact copy of Taehyung. Same eyes, same nose and jawline. But one thing is different, the little munchkin gets his mother's lips. Taehyung kept caressing Jungkook's hair while looking at his son. The newly hired caregivers were smiling looking at the soft Taehyung. But the peaceful moment shattered with a ringtone. Taehyung took a glance and found his father calling him. He left to meet with him. He come to the library which consider as favorite spot of Mr. Kim's. Mr. Kim was sitting on the leather chair. Back leaning on the leather, eyes stuck on Taehyung, who took a seat on the chair in front of him. I heard you've been distracted lately, Mr. Kim said, not even bothering with a greeting. Nor did he ask about the little life. Taehyung expected his father would at least ask about Taekook. After all, Taekook is the heir of the Kim estate. But he stayed quiet. He can guess what is coming for him. Playing house, skipping briefings. And now, you weren't present for the international shipment meeting. Is this boy worthy of anything? My boyfriend is in the hospital. My son is lying in a crib. Shouldn't I be with them? Shouldn't I stay with my family? Taehyung's breathing was uneven. He could feel time bleeding away with every second. Jungkook needed him. The baby needed him. They must be waiting for him. Jungkook might be wanting to see him just the moment he opens his eyes. Everything is making his chest aching. You are going on a mission to Alaska. Mr. Kim declared as if Taehyung doesn't have anything important. Mr. Kim knows Taehyung will deny this. How much money is involved, Taehyung wouldn't care. Kim Taehyung fears only one thing. Losing Jungkook. He would use that only. In our world only a mafia lord can do anything. He has the power to do anything. You want that boy in your bed every night, so be the powerful man whom no one can wave. Don't talk about him like this. Taehyung's voice is calm, but the warning hangs higher than anything. Mr. Kim scoffs at Taehyung's reaction and sigh. Then show the world what the Kim family meant to those who thought about deceiving them. Only 3 days won't hurt your boy. Quote, I will go, Taehyung said with a lot of difficulties. Just 3 days later, the crown of the mafia lord was in his head. He doesn't need anyone, any marriage proposal. He left leaving a massage. I will come back in 3 days. If my phone is off, don't panic. Asterisk. Back to present. This much pain is only for witnessing me in pain, but you try to run away from me. Why, doll? I want an answer, Taehyung said, caressing his cheeks lovingly while Jungkook just sighed loudly. He caressed Taehyung's hand and finally decided to open his mouth. He thought enough about the relationship between Mr. Kim and Taehyung. That man doesn't care about him, nor does the little one who is his own blood, so why should he care? 3 days passed after Jungkook gave birth to their little one. He kept taking glances over the phone where the last message from Taehyung brightened up. He was drowned in his own thoughts, but soon he snapped out by loud footsteps. He looked at the door and found Mr. Kim. Mr. Kim walks inside the cabin as if he is not to see the baby but for a business meeting. Jungkook knows this sudden disappearance of Taehyung has something to do with Mr. Kim. He isn't any fool to guess that Taehyung would go for any work when Jungkook needed him the most. I see you are all okay now. So when are you leaving my damn house? He said without even looking at the little one sleeping soundly at his mother's arms. That boy happened to be his grandson. The first heir of Kim's. You know what, Jungkook? Pretty face is really good. But they can't hold a man. Where is Taehyung? Where did you send him? I know you are behind everything happening with me and my son. But you can't take him away from us. Jungkook's breath quickened by the ominous presence of this man. Although he is somehow thanking this man for sending him to that house. He is the reason Jungkook found Taehyung, but still there is something left. The betrayal he did with him is something unforgivable. He needs space, Jungkook. He is done with every day's whining, crying, pathetic acts. He is a man who can swirl anyone in his finger. And girls, boys are crazy over my son. Mr. Kim said such disgraceful words for his own son. Jungkook scoffed at the answer. You should come with better accusations, Mr. Kim. I am not any fool to believe this little lie of yours. I have full trust in my man. He would never look at anyone. I am not saying because he is with me, but I am saying because he has such a character. Mr. Kim smiled and stood up at Jungkook's words. He fixed his suit and started walking towards the door. Don't think he will be an heir of the Kim family. The Kim family's heir will be only Taehyung's wife's child. And soon that husband will be me, he said without any hesitation while Mr. Kim walked out. Jungkook closed his eyes, feeling heartache. This isn't for Mr. Kim's comments about his beloved man, but for the way he tainted Taehyung and their son. He looked at the door with hope. Hope that Taehyung will walk inside complaining about his difficulties and cruel time for separating them. The days followed and Mr. Kim made sure to pay a visit to Jungkook. The visit wasn't auspicious, but they were ominous. He would make sure Jungkook's mind got corrupted, but he never succeeded. On the other side, for a month Jungkook isn't able to contact Taehyung. 3 days were okay. But 30 days seems like 30 lifetimes. He used to cry a lot. His vulnerable mind is also tricking him. He never thought about Taehyung's loyalty. But his safety is the most important thing, making him suffer every second. Like usual, Jungkook came from the hospital along with a few bodyguards. He took a glance of the mansion and didn't find Taekook. "Where is Taekook?" The maid looked at Jungkook and bowed to him. But Jungkook was too tense to care about anything. He came hurriedly and held the maid's shoulder. Master Jungkook, the elder master, came and took Taekook out. He said he wanted to walk with his grandson. The maid replied, and Jungkook ran out of the mansion barefoot. He knows Mr. Kim will take his son away from him. His whole body is trembling with fear and pain. Taehyung isn't present here, and Jungkook would never be able to fight with that monster all alone. A few bodyguards followed him. They know a single scratch on their master Jungkook and they have to lose their life. Jungkook found Mr. Kim standing just outside the gate. He signals those bodyguards to go away, which they accept as they can't ignore the Mafia Lord's command. Mr. Kim holds Taekook tightly and looks at Jungkook. "If my hand slipped somehow, do you know what would happen?" He smirked, looking at the pale face. "You are making him weak, Jungkook. Do you know what weakness means in this Mafia world? I trained him for roars, but he is giving more time to you and your son. This isn't acceptable. Give him back to me," Jungkook pleaded with a broken voice. His entire mind filled with fear. Tears keep pouring from his eyes. "Please, I beg you. Give him to me. Leave my son and I will leave your son. The deal is really profitable. I won't leave Taehyung. I won't." Jungkook screams loudly. Tears poured down from his eyes as if everything in this world forced him to dig his own grave. "Good. Do you know where Taehyung is? You don't. Let me tell you, I know many methods which can erase you from his mind. I know you will say the power of love blah blah. But once Taehyung forgets you, if you come with your son claiming he is Taehyung's, do you know what he will do? He will kill both of you with a bare hand. And you know I will make the exact story for this. And one more funny thing, let me tell you. If you don't agree, Taehyung will never come back and I will make sure your son will be the next king. I didn't force Taehyung on anything, but your son will be my pawn only." "You won't do that?" Jungkook asked with a trembling voice. "Not every father is like him. Mr. Kim loves Taehyung. How can he just kill him? He is your son. That doesn't matter. You know, in my life I love my wife only, but I killed her with my own hands. So beautifully that her corpse makes people puke. Rest is your decision. Do you want to kill the man and ruin your son's life, or you want him alive and secure life for your son? Choice is yours, sweetheart." He smirks while Jungkook takes Taekook in his arms and starts running. Running far away from this hell. He would love to watch Taehyung from afar, but never can witness his beloved man's lifeless body. "Back to present. The rest you know, right?" Jungkook asked with wobbly lips while Taehyung kissed him tenderly. He kissed his eyes and cheeks. "I wasn't there with my will, Dolly. They took away my phone and said the enemies can track me. And yes, it was true. In my last mission, enemies track one of my members' phones. I didn't want to delay the mission. I wanted to be with you and Taekook as soon as possible." He looks at Jungkook, who has a worried frown on his forehead. Taehyung knows this will make his doll weak, broken and vulnerable, but he has to share everything. He can't hide anything from his doll. "Did they torture you?" Jungkook asked with tears pouring from his eyes. During that time he was. The wedding ceremony is grand. Taehyung is standing on the aisle looking nervous as hell. And special thanks to Bogum, who makes sure to increase the nervousness and eat his head at the same time. He is looking more than handsome in a white tux, gold button hair slicked back. "You're sweating. Still time to run, Tae. I can't see you all happy and lovey-dovey for the rest of my life," Bogum said beside him. He is far too relaxed for a best man. Taehyung is regretting his decision to choose this idiot frenemy of his for best man. "Shut up," Taehyung muttered, adjusting his cuffs for the 6th time. God, he needs a mirror right now. He is looking presentable, right? His mind is playing tricks by showing an angelic boy and an ugly him. Which is totally wrong, because he is looking way more handsome than usual. "You look like you're about to go to war." "Well, marriage is nothing less than a war." Bogum laughed softly, patting his shoulder. "Should I call Yunbi?" Taehyung warned, knowing how whipped Bogum is and how his soul lingered around his dear wife. "Without mine. Obviously my baby is the most generous person in this world." Taehyung scoffed, remembering the time when Bogum got a hard punch from his generous wife. I'm not scared of the wedding, I'm scared of how much I want this. How much my soul is craving for him. How much my heart wants him to be with me 24/7. Taehyung finally admitted while looking at the entrance that his eyes fell on the baby Taekook who was sleeping on his stroller wearing the same outfit as his papa. My son is looking handsome. Obviously he is looking like a handsome man. Obviously, Park Bogum is his uncle. He goes after his uncle. Bogum flowed a kiss to the sleeping baby's direction while Taehyung glared at him. From head to toe he looks like me. Don't flaunt yourself so much. Taehyung was cut off by soft music playing in the background. His body gets goosebumps while looking at the entrance. I've walked through silence just to hear your name. I've waited lifetimes just to feel the same. Every scar I carry, every tear I knew, led me down this aisle straight to you. Jungkook walked in with a soft cream suit and hugged his figure with delicate gold embroidery. He looked straight and smiled at Taehyung as he walked towards him. The music played beautifully and both can feel it by their heart and soul. And it's always been you, in the dark and the light. Even when I was lost, you were always right. In the beat of my heart, in the breath that I drew. Before I knew love, I already knew you. Jungkook is glowing in a way Taehyung never knew he could be. He had seen Jungkook a million times. In every light, every smile, every tear. But never like this. So radiant, so angelic. The world can spin, let the heavens fall. But I'll still find you through it all. You're not just my vow, not just my ring. You're the reason my soul learned how to sing. Jungkook lowered his gaze by the intense gaze of his man. If someone asked him what is happening now he will say only those who gaze on him are the ultimate happiness for him. He looked at Taehyung. Taehyung is looking like a king of some imaginary angelic world. He is indeed looking like a man too fictional to be real. 'Cause it's always been you, in the silence and song. Wherever you are, is where I belong. In every beginning, in every goodbye. You're the reason the stars stay in the sky. Taehyung witnessed the most angelic person in his life walking towards him, decreasing the distance between them. He wants to run and hold his life in his arms and shower him with kisses. So take my hand and don't let go. We've waited forever now we know. This isn't just love, this is coming home. This is the place where we've always grown. Each step Jungkook took felt like it echoed in Taehyung's chest. Like he was walking through every memory they had. He imagined all the time they were together. He doesn't even know he is crying. He got to know that when Bogum passed a tissue to him. It's always been you, since the very first light. Through every wrong, you've been my right. If I lose everything, and the sky fades to blue, I'll still thank the stars. It was always you. The song finished, so does the waiting. Jungkook was a step away from him looking like a descended angel from heaven. He held that beautiful hand with his one and placed a kiss in the back of his hand. I want forever with you. Taehyung admitted with love in his eyes. I waited 1,000 nights for this. Jungkook smiled at him with sincerity. Let's complete the wedding, the priest said with a smile looking at the beautiful couple in front of him. Both Taekook nodded their heads while listening to the priest. Do Kim Taehyung take Jeon Jungkook as your lawfully wedded husband? I do. Taehyung didn't take a moment to answer this without any hesitation. He is ready, damn ready for anything which will lead a life with Jungkook and Taekook. Do you Jeon Jungkook take Kim Taehyung as your lawfully wedded husband? I do. Jungkook also replied as soon as possible. Both exchanged rings and sealed their vows with a promising kiss. The reception goes smoothly. Taekook dances in a romantic song, then Taehyung's crazy dance with his son like he gets the whole world. No one could believe that the feared Mafia was actually giggling and dancing like a child holding his own child. After the reception ended, Taekook ended up in a deep passionate moment. For today Taekook has to move out to his own room. Obviously with the baby monitor and Taekook's nanny. Even after hours they didn't stop their intense moment. In fact Taehyung and Jungkook both were claiming each other as passionately as they can. Also as filthy as they haven't done before. Little Kooky is still giving me a hard time. Don't tell me my little Tay didn't work properly. Come on, I did a lot of hard work. I mean little Tay did, but my entire body also did some hard work. Taehyung complained about the hardship he is facing even after hours while Jungkook couldn't say anything more than taking out some weird sound. What the hell you started? Little Kooky ngghh tilde gosh. Little Tay. He was not able to get the trace of the dirty man who talked with him dirtily during this moment. Baby doll, we are parents now. We shouldn't talk dirty. What will our son think about his parents? We can't say dirty words but can do dirty things, right? These aren't dirty things. It's called love making. Taehyung depends on himself with a logic which Jungkook couldn't understand. Nor he wants to. He just wants to be with Taehyung at this moment. After an hour both backed away and Taehyung brought Taekook to their room. He witnessed Jungkook standing on the balcony like the day when he was brought back to this mansion by Taehyung. He stepped inside and sat on the couch. Jungkook turned and walked to them. He sits on Taehyung's lap while picking their little sleepy one in his arms. He leaned and rested his head on Taehyung's chest. Everything seems so peaceful. I don't know which storm is coming to blow our life. Jungkook asked with a tender voice. He is still scared by everything that happened in the past. If there is something we will fight with it. Together and our little source of strength is laying in your chest. We will do anything when we are together. Then came silence. Peaceful and comfortable silence of the family who hold each other like their life has no other meaning.